How do I and people watching this practice heart intelligence?
Two ways, either individually or in a group. My preference is always in a group, and I'll share a little bit why in a moment. The problem is that you can't read yourself to an experience. So if I gave you a book which had wonderful concepts and it awakened your mind, it would only be that, a mind awakening. And this work is all about embodiment. It's about bringing you into the present on an emotional, energetic, physical level. And because it's dealing with that, it's much, much more powerful to do this work with other people. The reason why is because often what holds us back from our joy, because you've got to remember, high intelligence has one primary intention, and that is to move you in the direction of your joy. So that is the central question, is what would bring me joy right now, and how do I come into that? How do I bring every single cell of my body totally into aliveness so I am singing with joy? That is the aim. Okay, so it's not about trying to figure out who did what to how and when and going into the past and dwelling on all the stuff. However, as we focus on our joy, often one of the obstacles that we receive, often what holds us back is the past. Because, you know, our mind loves to go to what happened yesterday, which is the why. Yeah. What happened yesterday? Or it goes into the future of worrying about what may happen. So our mind does not live here. It lives here or there. Because of that, we often can't access the joy of this present moment. And what's really fascinating is that in order to bring ourselves into joy now, one of the best ways to do that is through group. And the reason why is because, have you noticed that the stuff that has happened in the past, that has either been hurtful or painful, where there's been betrayal perhaps, or rejection, or failure, or hurt in whatever form. We've all had it to varying degrees. Have you noticed that all happened with other people? We never hurt ourselves in the way that the trauma is never created from within ourselves. The trauma in our life, or the disconnections, or the pains, the betrayals, are always in relationship to others. Others were involved in our disconnection. And others, therefore, are a wonderful ingredient to our reconnection. So by learning how to use the group and learning how to navigate the juicy group dynamics, we can not only overcome all of our past stuff in group, but we can have the group help us attract and create joy far more powerfully. It becomes like a lever. We can just go so much further in a group than we can by ourselves. It's called an amplified field, and I'll talk more about that later, where the power of group can totally bring us into our joy quicker than we can individually. It's like flying to Beijing rather than walking there. Literally, it is that dramatic, that massive of a difference. But yeah, group was involved, therefore group is needed in the present moment again to bring us into the next level. And you know, it's so fascinating. A lot of people will say, no, I want to do something by myself. Give me a practice I can do by myself. Because they don't want to work in group because it's scary. It's maybe with strangers, or they feel like, oh, no, I don't want to be with other people. I just want to learn how to do it by myself. And unfortunately, there's only so much you can learn, and there's only so much we can go individually. Because we're not actually meant to be islands. We are communal beings. We are meant to be with each other. And I think that a lot of spirituality and personal development has really endorsed and encouraged what I call a vertical practice. It's all about me, what do I want, and knowing myself and connecting to this guidance. But high intelligence is about, well, taking that, but now bringing that here. And I call that divine embodiment, having that connection to divinity, but also being here, grounded as a human being, celebrating that with you, and let's find our joy together, because there is joy to be found here on a grounded, embodied level, not just checking out into that more ethereal place. Does that make sense?
Wow.
So that's how I would practice it, is practice it in a group.
Yeah.
That's the primary way. And that's my own personal area of passion, is group work.
Yes, I can feel that. Wow, thank you for that.